Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Fantasy Career Mode here with Alfa Romeo on Motorsport Manager. We're back with round number 12 today for the Singapore Grand Prix. A tricky episode last time out. If you haven't seen that, by the way, be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. The Italian Grand Prix, a mixed bag, and I think the entire time we kind of knew we were going to get bottlenecked by the engine, being, Monza long straight. Singapore, bit of a different story, and over the history of Motorsport Manager, races we've done at Singapore, it's been I guess a mixed bag. We've had some really decent showings at Singapore. Usually I'm used to Singapore being at the start of the season. We've had it a few times where it's been like the opening round of the calendar back in the Archer career mode days. But around 12, hopefully could suit our car. Obviously the layout is a street circuit. It does have a kind of long nature to it though. This entire section really here is still going to be kind of taken over by some acceleration perhaps. But you can see their engine is not on the crucial spectrum. It's acceleration, deceleration, low speed corners, which as a whole I think we're okay. I mean, acceleration for sure is our best asset there, even though it's only 10th. If you look at the bar, it's at least green, so I'm going to take that as a positive. Deceleration, we're actually 9th, so that's actually better than expected, and low speed we're 9th as well due to our new front rings, remember. So looking forward to this one. I think we can maybe, hopefully, knock on wood. Let's hope I don't jinx it right now, but hopefully we can get some points. But let's look ahead to now the car repairs here. We've got also Antonio Giovinazzi taking acting lessons, apparently. So that's going to plus 10 on the marketability. Okay, Antonio, that's a rather odd thing, but I mean, I think I remember Leclerc announced he was having a modelling career on this side. So both our drivers have some rather peculiar side hobbies. Anyway, we're going to move on to improving the parts. We're still improving suspension. We are improving across the board the performance here. Once this is up to about, once it's up to about 80%, we'll just remove it and go all the way to the left in terms of the performance. And I mean, it's always good to slap on anything anyway, because there'll be like a tiny percentile improvement. But HQ wise, just reminding myself really, 6 weeks till the simulator's built and 7 days to the rear wing. So that should be, or might be, just before. Yeah, it is going to be just before we actually go to the Singapore Grand Prix. Reliability work is actually done on the car, so we're 100% actually. How you like that? So we're gonna, yeah, we've already moved it automatically to the performance, so may as well work on places where we can. Front wing can always do some work there, so let's go on these two and improve the reliability of that. Engines are kind of okay. Brakes, I guess, could do some work, so let's move that there. I guess we'll move this 19 to 1, just give a little bit of a chance to the reliability side of things, and then we'll move forward, because we've got the rear wing built as well. Or will be built in a couple of days' time, literally 2 days' time. We can move on, please. No, we have to wait for the F3 results at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Only 8 rounds in Brazil. Also, fun fact, Jaguar is actually a team in F3, so how do you like that? Maybe at some point in the future season, I can have Jaguar in Formula 1. That'd be kind of neat with my driver and whatnot. But here we go. The new rear wing is built. So actually, we're going to ignore all of this now, because we need to work on the rear wing now. Slap that on to 20. It's already the best part, so it's clever to obviously work on that the most. We are going to remove this suspension. We're going to add that rear wing on, but we'll just keep it on the reliability side. Design new parts. Well, we've only got 4 rounds left, so let's be cautious in terms of what part we're going to make. I think we need to go for a short, snappy part, not an engine. Perhaps another front wing, perhaps another set of brakes. Let's have a look, see. We've got brakes are important there. Medium speed corners, low speed corners, neither. And then we've got low speed corners. So front wing seems to be quite an important one there. And we're still slacking despite being in the green. We're only 10th there at best. So let's look at what we've got going on for the front wing. We've got plus 25 to max and plus 30, so that would be a big hit. So at the moment our maximum 675, that would be a hit of 705. That is a decent amount, and our current best is exactly where we'd be starting from, but a big potential obviously. So yeah, let's go for it. Build another new front wing. Yeah, I'm feeling that. So new front wing on the way then, and that will hopefully come in. Let's have a look, see. Not then. It will come in just before the Japanese Grand Prix. So we'll definitely have at least, if not the Japanese Grand Prix, we'll at least have the new front wing for USA, Brazil, and Doha in Qatar, if I remember correctly. My geography is shocking. But let's move forward then towards the Singapore Grand Prix, towards practice. Is there going to be any rain involved? I'm not too sure. But apparently Jolyon Palmer is hated by own mechanics. Jolyon Palmer hated by own mechanics. Is anyone surprised? Is anyone surprised? Right, preview. We've got, I can't see Vettel making up too much ground. This is a bit of just a little bit of nonsense between those two. We haven't got, here we go, report on the upcoming race. It's a 43-lap race, 35% chance of rain, but it looks all sunny to me for now. High tower, obviously. Apparently, McLaren should be feeling confident and excellent on the brakes. Well, last time was Russia where they're feeling quite confident. They did beat us, so let's watch out for that. But in theory, if McLaren are feeling confident, we should be confident. So let's go for... well, you know, I don't really know how it's going to go, so let's go for 50-50 pretty much everywhere. So 5-5-5. I don't really know what the strategy is going to sway. It's quite a long Grand Prix, so maybe the one stop won't even be possible on the medium tyres. We'll have to see. But Gio is still annoyed at what he's got, even though he has the best suspension by far. So he really needs to button it and stop complaining so much. The new rear wing is not quite ready, so I won't use it yet. He's even got the new gearbox in his... Well, actually, it's the same performance, so fair play. But I still want to keep the better front wing and engine with Leclerc, because, you know, he's going to be the one that makes better use of it. So, sorry, Gio, you're going to have to just remain angry, and let's move on. Right, usual practice stuff. Car setup-wise, I would imagine it's towards acceleration, and it's going to be a bit higher downforce, you would imagine. So, we're going to pop that up there. Handling-wise, I suspect maybe going towards more oversteer. We'll see. It's a 43-lap race, if I remember correctly. These go 18 laps, probably only 16, let's be honest. So 16, it's obviously not going to be a one-stop. Really, what we're looking at is, obviously, we're going to qualify on a set of super soft tyres, so that will be 6 laps probably. Only 6 laps then. So 6 laps, then we say 16, we say another 16, that would be only 38, so it wouldn't be enough, really. So... you know, if we were to stretch it and say we actually get to 18, and then you add on the 6, then we could make 42 laps. So if we stretch the super softs then by 1 to actual 7 laps, we could make the 2-stop work with 1 set of super softs and 2 sets of medium tyres. It's a stretch, but I feel like maybe Leclerc could do that. Gio, maybe not so much. So for him, we might have to go a bit more aggressive. Maybe, you know, let's say 6 laps on the super soft tyres. And how much do the soft tyres go? 11 laps. So that would be maybe you're looking at a 6, maybe a 10-lap stint, another 10-lap stint, then maybe a set of medium tyres to end it out, and he would make it to 41. You know, you maybe stretch out the softs 1 more lap, the mediums 1 more lap. He could make it then... I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one for the race ahead for sure. But we'll get the knowledge on the medium tyres as always, because I think that's going to be useful for Leclerc at least. Obviously not for Gio, but unfortunately we have to put all our eggs in one basket kind of these days. I need to change that to mediums. There we go. You know... Yes, we have 2 bullets, but if one bullet's better than the other, then you may as well shoot the better one, you know, faster. I don't know what kind of analogy I'm saying. Hopefully that made some sort of sense. Basically, I'm trying to say is Gio's crap, and we have to put all our emphasis on Leclerc, basically. Right, they're coming in now. It's a decent enough setup there to start off with Gio. Great, excellent, and then okay. So, acceleration-wise, he didn't really like that. He wants more top-end speed, maybe, because we got Leclerc on... He's on 19%. What's he on? He's on 19% as well, and he doesn't like it. So he's got definitely a difference compared to Leclerc and what he prefers. I feel like maybe he wants a bit more... Actually, less downforce, maybe. He maybe wants less downforce if he wants better acceleration. But on the handling side, he's pretty happy with it. So let's go with that. Tyre choice back on the mediums. But Leclerc, he's pretty happy. Maybe going more towards acceleration then, perhaps? I'm going to go for that. I have a sneaking suspicion he maybe wants to go the same way as Gio. Maybe have a bit more straight line speed, which is kind of ironic considering we're at Singapore, but obviously this Singapore Grand Prix is a bit different to the actual Singapore Grand Prix in Formula 1, where it really is all about the downforce and the acceleration, whereas I think maybe they do need that top end speed, like I mentioned about this entire loop here. But we'll bring them back in for another lap. Hopefully it's kind of, you know, only going to take 1 more lap maybe to do this, and maybe not, because Leclerc is on poor. That is freaking frustrating. Right, Gio is on good on the aero, so he wants to go the other way then. So he wants more downforce, but somehow still top-end speed, which makes no bloody sense. He's still okay on the handling side, so that's fine. For aero-wise, probably go even more, maybe. Or, I don't know, maybe in the middle. Maybe he wants it in the middle. Let's have a go at that and see. Leclerc poor on acceleration, so he definitely wanted the other way with Gio. So I'll rectify that. Aero-wise, he's fine. And the handling changed drastically and he didn't care. So that's kind of annoying because that doesn't really help me. Right, trying that. I really hope that this is going to be it now, basically, for the drivers, because Singapore being such a long lap. Well, actually, it's not really that long. 1:11. I keep thinking about the real-life Grand Prix, but 1:11 lap time is actually not that bad, but we're still a little bit short on time in terms of getting enough knowledge on the medium tyres. Oh, crap. I forgot to bring them in. Bring them in. Please do not go out for one more lap. We need to do the setup quickly and get this done. There we go. Bingo. 2 greats and 1 excellent. That is what I like to see. So we're on 94%. We can maybe get that a tiny bit better, maybe. I don't know. He's still on bloody great this entire time for aero, and we just put it up and up and up. You know what? We're going to leave it. I don't want to mess it up and just ruin it. So we're going to go for a race stint of 8 laps. Send out, and Gio's fantastic on 2 greats and an excellent, so don't even need to really see that. He's on 98%. What a man. Send out, and there we go. Right, so we've got 6 minutes left. I sent Gio out again on a set of medium tyres on another stint, and he should be able to tick over to level 3 on both the race trim and medium tyres. Meanwhile, we've got Leclerc on the super soft tyres and also qualifying trim, trying to maybe sneak in level 1. Didn't manage it at Monza, but I'm hoping now Gio can swiftly finish this, basically. On this lap, maybe, I think. Let's slow this down. I think this may be just on the money here. Oh, there we go. So we're going to bring him in straight away. Perfect timing. So bring him in. He's going to come straight into the pit lane. So absolutely perfect timing that was. Now, we'll send it back out and we'll go super softs, qualifying trim, and we'll be able to try and get level 1. We've got 4 minutes left, just over. It'll be close again, but I think we have a better chance maybe of doing it this time. But good that we got level 3 there. With Gio, perfectly timed. But let's see now as the timer ticks down. We've got 2 minutes left, about halfway through. I think this could work, actually. I think this could work. Maybe just 1 pixel away, which will be quite annoying. Let's look at the final minute then of the practice session as things slow down momentarily. Where is Leclerc? Oh, no, he's come in. Whoops, damn it. I think I didn't spot that. He came in and kind of sneakily just sat there. Let's go again. Super softs. Last few dying seconds. Come on, every little helps. Can we get through there? Is it going to pause? Yes, it is. I fear maybe my mistake of not spotting that Leclerc was in for like probably a good half a minute there. Probably cost us level 1, I think, maybe, if I'm being harsh on myself. Oh well, we still got level 3 on the most important parts for Charles's race at least. So, once again, qualifying maybe a struggle. Although we did come 13th and 15th there on the super soft lap times we did. So, you know, Alonso's there in 10th, so, you know, McLaren did well, but I hope we can do well. Let's remain in high spirits for qualifying. And as we come through, it is all sunny, so it doesn't look like the weather's going to be much of an impact here at Singapore. All right, into qualifying we go. We're going to send Charles out first on a set of super soft tyres. And we're going to fast forward that as he comes out on his outlap and do the usual all the way to speed up, and then we're going to kind of feather everything, and we're going to have to watch the mini-map there and see when we'll send out Gio, but always tricky. But here we go. Okay, try and get this in the purple if we can. Ooh, the tyre temps really dropped there. Oh, God, that was really quite fast, actually. Really quite fast. Right, have we got some room here for Gio? I think we do, right about maybe now. I think if we send him out, we'll find a little pocket of air, I think, maybe. As he comes through, he's got a car right in front of him, but they're on an outlap, so in theory, they should be, you know, going a bit faster. Let's see. Right, going to feather this and see if we can get perfect with Gio. Last time at Monza, we were getting perfects with Gio, and we weren't doing it with Leclerc, so we're kind of doing him a disservice. But this time, perfect and overheated, but better than good, I reckon. But Leclerc at the moment sets a lap time that's 2 seconds off the pace, so definitely not the best lap time from him, and he can definitely do better, and that was probably my bad in terms of the outlap here. So we're into the pits, and I'm going to wait a little bit for some cars to come in, and then I'll send him out. Oh, there's a bit of a gap here, actually. Let's send him out again. Then there's a gap here I'm looking at. Come on. Is that actually a gap? Yes, it is. Okay, good. So that was a really bad lap time for Leclerc. He's actually stone dead last year, so we really need to make sure we do some work. And there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Perfect and perfect. Thank you very much. hopefully that is green, green, green in terms of his lap times. We're going to send Gio out again. At the moment, Gio's in 16th, so Leclerc's got plenty of time to find there. 5/10, so he's gone green in the first sector. Let's keep up with his progress as we do the outlap then for Gio. It's green in the second sector. Good stuff. Good stuff. Is it going to be a lot faster as we now need to do the throttle? Oh, he's 16th there, so he's eclipsed his teammate. And I got that wrong for Gio now. Bloody hell. I will say it's really fast here at Singapore. Like the little dial comes down way faster than it ever has done in other races. So tyre temp's very crucial there. And as we both move down the order, 19th and 21st, you can see the McLarens, or at least Van Dorn's performing well. Alonso, actually, surprisingly, only 22nd right now. And it's not an improvement for Gio, and so it looks like it will be 20th and 22nd as Alonso pops into 14th. Definitely a good Grand Prix then for McLaren, as the report would suggest. Gasly, though, doing a madness in P8. You know what? Gasly's AI is really good in this mod. He's doing really, really, really good. I've got a keen eye on him, or maybe see if we can sign him if we can't get any better drivers, because Gasly's doing bits in that Toro Rosso compared to Hartley down in 16. Right, so here we are for the race, and I want to say completely ignore what I said previously about this the strategy, because I completely forgot. For some reason, just left my mind that actually we don't have that tyre rule that we have to start on the super soft tyres. So, like usual, we're starting on mediums for Charles. For Gio, though, we're going to switch things up. We're going to start on the soft tyres and see what we can do from there. I'm going to monitor how long he goes on those and then kind of work it out on what we could do. But for Leclerc, I think the strategy will be 2 sets of mediums and then 1 set of soft tyres to the end of the race. That will give us extra laps, maybe, and so it just means that he could potentially push in the second set of medium tyre stints or pushing that last stint on the soft tyres. For Gio, though, I don't think he's going to be pushing, and it's a case of can we get him to the end of this race with minimal pit stops. But, you know, we've seen in the past it's been tough. But, you know, suggestions that we need to go all aggressive with Gio, perhaps. I kind of agree, but, you know, this race especially is a tough one to go all aggressive because there's so many laps to do. So, you just don't want to do, like, 4 pit stops. But we'll see, we'll see. Here we go then to the Singapore Grand Prix from 20th and 22nd on the grid. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. Bit of a sluggish start there from Leclerc. We're going to go on auto straight away, see how it goes through the first few corners, see if Gio is going to use those soft tyres to his advantage. At the moment, Leclerc obviously with the perk of being good on lap 1 up into 18th place round the outside then, although he gets overtaken down the inside but gets it back then. He's fighting right now quite hard with the 2 Haas cars there, trying to overtake Kevin Magnussen right now round the outside. He does so and he's up into 17th place. Meanwhile, Gio stuck in 21st. Really quite annoying to see there, stuck in 21st place. We're going to go on to high for both of them because fuel's going to be quite crucial with such a long Grand Prix ahead of us. Going to continue on pushing because the tyre temps aren't that bad right now, and we'll obviously straight away start to manage those once they start to creep up. But, you know, at the moment, Leclerc's good in 17th. He's right behind the Toro Rosso car of Gasly, actually. So, actually, hang on. Gasly, to say he had such a good qualifying, down in 16th right now. And Hartley, I think, even worse. Please, can you just go away? I can't really even see who's bottom here. Who's bottom? Ericsson. Where on earth has Hartley gone? Oh, Hartley's 14th. Okay. They've swapped. Okay. Gasly's really had quite a bad there in that opening stint. Right. Tyre temps are shooting up as expected with Gio. We're going to go neutral now. We'll go neutral with Leclerc. We're going, you know, obviously the long way around with Leclerc, although we will, whereas we're pushing with Gio a little bit more. Unfortunately, though, you can see not doing too good. I don't know if that's the car, maybe. Maybe the lack of the engine power and the new front wing is really hampering him. Or I don't know. I want to say it's that, just to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's going so badly right now in 22nd. Gio at the moment, yeah, not good. Leclerc, though, still battling away with Magnussen. Let's use a bit of ERS here, try and get away from him a little bit as we go down into the swooping left, the long, long left hand. And we're closing up to Gasly. If we can try and overtake him, that would be ideal. We close up in the last corner. Let's use some ERS off this final corner. A bit of burst of ERS to get close into turn 1. Doesn't work out there for Gio. I feel he needs some ERS down this straight here to try and get past around the outside. Then it's a nice move on. That will be Grosjean. No, he gets really overtaken there. Bloody hell. Gio is really, really struggling in this race. I really want to... I hope it's the bloody car. Otherwise, he's doing awful right now. Right, Leclerc going faster, but still unable to get past Gasly. Although Gasly is getting caught up by Verline now up ahead, so maybe we can do something soon enough. Gio still 22nd. Ah, god damn it. I'm getting quite pissed off by him in 22nd. There we go. Thank you. 21st. Finally. You did something. You did something. Nice. Right, I'm going to go neutral with Leclerc. I'm going to continue to push on right now with Gio on the higher fuel level because he's still just about only managing to hang on to 21st there ahead of Grosjean, whereas Leclerc is falling back somewhat a little bit from the Toro. So we'll use a burst of ERS to stay ahead of Magnussen, but saving some fuel now for later on in the Grand Prix. We wanted to go about, what was it, 16 laps, I think? I think it was. Let me have a quick look. 16, yeah. So at the moment we're on lap 17, and we're looking pretty good on tyre wear there. For Gio, the soft tyres go about 11. We're on 7. I guess kind of just about okay, I guess I would say. Right, through the final bend, I'm going to use a lot of ERS down this straight, try and close up to what is Roland's in the Manor cars. We've got some first pit stop here of the afternoon. Need to watch out, not pushing the tyres too much with Leclerc and trying to catch Gasly, because remember, he's on soft tyres, so he'll be pitting earlier than us. So just be patient, really. The only thing I'm worried about is Magnussen behind on soft tyres. But again, he's on soft tyres, so he should be theoretically faster. So we go up to 13th place now. Let's use some ERS to counteract Magnussen, maybe closing up here. We've got Gio overheating his tyres now, so I think probably is now the time to push in on lap 9 and really start to use the tyres, basically. Right, one more lap on these tyres for Gio, 23% worn, so he's not going to start hitting the cliff until 22%, and then we'll come in. So he's done 10 laps on softs. Pretty appalling, really. So we went 10, that'll be 20, and then 4 stints, 3 stops. Whew. Is that going to be something that's viable? He's not going to have the pace on mediums, is he, though? Although we do have the performance. Right, let's stick on one set of mediums and see how he does. And then we can decide if he's absolutely doomed or he could do something. I'm going to go with that. Recharge the battery by 50. Balanced. And I'm going to use all the ARS as we get through onto the kind of long swooping left into the last sector. As we're now really falling away a bit. Let's use some ERS off this corner though. Use all of it. And remain a little bit somewhat in contention. Yeah, we've gained half a second there using the ERS. So that was good use of the ERS. Although through the final bend, a little bit slow. But into the pits now, he will come and make his pit stop. And he's on 7%. So pretty well calculated, I guess. Go on auto here. And we'll go on medium and pushing. And let's see what we can do. Meanwhile, though, with Leclerc, 5 laps to go in this stint and still going well. Let's use some ERS, shall we, through this bend. Try and catch up to Alonso, who's on a brand spanking new set of medium tyres. So he's, I think Alonso may have started on softs, perhaps, maybe. As we get overtaken by the Red Bull car of Daniel Ricciardo there into 13th place. That's fine. We expect to be overtaken by him. And also Esteban Ocon, who's already made a pit stop as well. You know, can't be too disheartened by that. Just got to keep on going as we are. Right, trying to use some ERS to remain in this fight here. I'm trying to keep up with Roland's, and at the same time, we're being we're having a fight with Hulkenberg and Carlos Sainz, but we're trying to go around the outside there. It doesn't work out, but Roland's, you can see, is on the same exact strategy as me, and both of us continue on. So I'm sticking with Roland's here, but tyres now are going off. So I suggest maybe let's try a kind of quick in lap, I should say. And use all the ERS, and we're going to come in this lap. Try and make an undercut work here. So, park condition's fine. Recharge, 75% we'll go with. We'll go for a fast pit. Yeah, let's go for a fast pit stop. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. Right, use all the ERS as the tyres start to drop off. Roland's also dropping off here. Right, Leclerc in, and Roland's in as well. So, Roland's is going to be on the same lap as us. And, damn it, mistake on the front right. That's not going to help. Auto, that's definitely not going to help. So we're behind Gio now. We're behind Gio, but obviously we're making one less pit stop. But that fast pit stop, I risked it, and I paid the penalty. Right, lap 20, lap 17, we're trying to go around the outside of Roland's now with Giovinazzi. So the other Alfa Romeo is fighting the man we were kind of fighting with Leclerc. And he's going side by side that entire time, unable to do anything. At the moment, I feel like this Grand Prix is slipping away from us in terms of any kind of control or order I have over it. I can't really tell what the picture is going to be like for Gio, because I reckon he can only go maybe, I don't know, 8 more laps, maybe, if that. You know, probably 7 you're looking at. So that's lap 25. So pretty much he has to do another set of medium and softs to get to the end of the race, which is kind of pathetic. Right, we're on lap 23. We've got a worn tyre signal from Giovinazzi. We're ahead of Gasly at the moment. Probably one more lap here, if I'm being a bit kind of honest. I don't want to go as long as I did on that first stint, really. So I think probably pit in this lap, I would say. So let's go full out attack mode, overtake mode. Pit in this lap. Probably another set of mediums, really, for Gio, unfortunately, as well. But he's going to have to make another pit stop on top of that. So kind of 50-50 on that. We're going to go fast pit stop. Let's risk it. I feel like risking it just because I don't think we're going to get anything out of this race unless we kind of risk the pit stops and try and just go for it, really. Try and force something to happen. So here we come in. Good in-lap there. Gain 6/10, so decent stuff. And no mistake on the pit stop. Very, very nice. Awesome stuff there by the lads. So we'll go for a lot of ERS used. And we'll continue on as we are. But for Leclerc, he's 20th, only just up the road, really. So, actually, the aggressive strategy is working out for Gio, to be fair to him, because he's only just down the road from Leclerc, who's trying the two-stop. Right, lap 30 at the moment. I'm on backup with Gio, trying to bring these tyre temps down, because they've kind of shot up, right, as we've been trying to fight the cars around us. Meanwhile, Leclerc, on conservative, his tyre temps are going quite down. So I'm trying to kind of balance it. I need to stretch these and make sure we can go the distance with only 13 laps remaining. I don't know if he could. It might be another set of medium tyres, really. So let's go all out attack, actually, in vain of that. And let's pit in. And I think it's going to be another set of mediums, really, and just push on harder and faster on those mediums to make that work. So let's go for balance, just in case. Just in case. Right. Oh, I need to use all that ERS into the pit lane. Thank you. Right, come in. Recharge, 50%. It's a good pit stop. Thank you very much. And we'll go on auto there. And we'll go on high. And we'll go on high. And now Leclerc can really just push on to the end of the race, hopefully. Meanwhile, with Gio, he's right ahead, actually. I'm going to say allow teammate through here. Allow teammate through. Thank you very much, Gio. You're such a kind man. And now we'll continue on as we are. And we'll go on and probably onto a set of super soft tyres, maybe, really. Right, yeah. So Leclerc should be able to go to the end now. Gio, not so much. He'll have to pit in probably 2 laps' time, but then there'll be 9 laps left in the Grand Prix. And, well, there's 9 laps right now, so there'll be 8 laps left in the Grand Prix. So he'll be pretty good. So I think on this next lap, we'll be pushing hard as he gets lapped by Bottas. So, yeah, on this next lap now, I'm going to go all out attack and overtake mode. He's got a lot of fuel left there, so he can do that. And we're going to use all the ERS that we can down the main straight, and we'll pit in now. Super Softs go 7 laps, 7 to 9. Yeah, let's go for it. Super soft tyres. Park conditions fine. Brakes a little bit iffy, I think that is. Yeah, brakes a little bit iffy. Recharge 50%. Balanced. Right, come in. Gio, though, going to the end. He's got no one ahead of him, though. That's going to pit, pretty much. Apart from Ocon and Hartley, maybe. Ocon and Hartley are the only guys who might pit. But you can clearly see we're nowhere near the points. Again, a bit of reality check here for us at Alfa Romeo. You know, such good races for 3 races, and now pretty much returning up to the circuits where it really does make a difference for the cars. And also, to be fair, we haven't got any luck with the weather this time round, so, you know, that's also a factor there. Right, 4 laps remaining. Leclerc still in 19th place. Rowlands is just up the road, so we could actually catch him, but obviously just for kind of, you know, to save face, really. There's no points at stake, and we've got Vettel, the man who Hamilton wrote off in that little race report, is in lead this Grand Prix, lapping us. Meanwhile, with Gio overheating his tyres somewhat right now, we're in 21st, and just trying to catch Magnussen here, just up ahead, actually. So let's use some ERS through the final corner, and really, it could be just a best of 19th and 20th, or 18th and 20th. Really, unfortunately. You know, just the way the cookie crumbles, really. We've got a lot of fuel, though, with Leclerc. So, actually, let's kick that up into overtake mode now with 3 laps to go. Use some ERS here. Let's try and catch Rowlands and actually get that move done. Right, we've got 1 lap left now because we've been lapped. So, this is our final lap, even though I think we're still on lap 42, technically. We got the fuel back. The fuel is swinging quite badly, actually. I think there might be a little bit of a glitch there on Leclerc because literally I go to overtake mode and it goes so fast down on the fuel there that I have to be kind of careful of it. Whereas with Gio, it's kind of been steady. So a bit weird glitch there. It means I can't really catch Rowlands. He's going to be remaining 6 seconds ahead of us. I haven't really used the tyres, though, too much, to be fair, to us with Leclerc there. But, I mean, 18th and 19th doesn't really make too much of a difference there. Gio's tyres are going off, but it's the last lap of the Grand Prix. He's got really no one behind him, fighting him too much. So across the line, that'll be. And that's a bit of a, yeah, a bit of disappointing 19th and 20th there. And Alonso and Van Dorn do get points, so that's going to be quite big for us, actually. Alonso 9th and Van Dorn 10th, so that's going to be 3 points there for McLaren, Honda. So I'm curious to see what that's going to mean for the championship. So that puts the pressure back on us, not for catching Toro Rosso, but looking behind us once again at McLaren. So, you know, the season's not over here in terms of, you know, remaining in what is around 8th place, I think. I think that's where we are right now in the championship, because we got McLaren come back at us now, maybe. And, you know, last 2 races haven't been great. We really need to hopefully have a better one next race and beat McLaren again. But let's have a look at the standings here. I'm also curious at the race strategy, because unlike the last couple of races, I felt quite lost there in that strategy. Just didn't feel like anything was working. Just the tyres were so awful. Like, Alonso went 16, and then, well, he went, well, actually, hang on, I need to move back here. So, Alonso starts on Supersofts. He went 9 laps on, Supers, 18 on mediums, and 16 on mediums. What did I do? I did 14, 16, and then 12 on 3 sets of medium tyres. So, I don't know. The AI can definitely do that a lot better than I can. Go 18 laps on mediums and not fall off the absolute cliff. Gia went 10, 13, and 12. And then, obviously, 7 at the end there. What did other people do? Ocon went 7, 14, 14, and 8. So, Ocon managed a 3-stop there and actually did okay. Massa and Stroll did very well. Williams cars did well. All in all, bit of a bottleneck, really, with that car, really. So as we move through scrutineering then, let's have a look at where we are now. In the championship, 8-5. 3 points in it. If McLaren have another race like that, and we have another race like that, they're level with us on points. Obviously, our target's actually 9th, so we're doing better than we are, but I'd love to keep 8th if we can. So, need to be wary of that. So, the next race is the Japanese Grand Prix. Bit of hit and miss there. What's going to be good for us? Hopefully, McLaren aren't strong around Japan. They might do, though, having obviously Honda, but we'll have to see. But, guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I know not a great one in terms of results, but, you know, we can't have great races every single time. You know, the kind of mediocre ones make the great ones good, obviously. And I think this was definitely a reality check. We definitely got quite lucky in terms of the way the weather helped us. Japan does have some rain forecasts for qualifying and the race. So here's hoping that, you know, we can use that to advantage to get points next time. But that's been this episode, guys. Again, if you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. I've been, you know, loving the support, guys. You know, I appreciate, you know, the ones that do watch this series. You guys are loving it, and I do appreciate that, and I do see that. So thank you very much for that. If you are new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly 4-on content. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.